So I got a question, Shane.
This season's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. It's go forever. We're stuck
Oh
here.
my God. It just
There's only
doesn't
2
make any
episodes left.
sense. Okay. Oh, this guy
It's so-
predicts everything, but he fails to predict that his wife is not happy with him.
Typical husband.
Hey, my name is Brian, that is Shane, and this is the popcast, and today we're talking about The Flash, episode 20. Did this episode further the story at all? Sort of.
Sorta.
A little bit. Did we get some more information about Coffee Shop Girl? Sort of.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Pretty sure we know who she is now.
Yeah, well, based on the lightning trails, is that what you're talking about?
Well, based on kind of her whole attitude and her mood and what she brought to Joe.
I think we're going to disagree on this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but we'll save that to the end of the show. So stick around. You're going to want to hear this. Let's get this party started. Woo!
You heard the man. All right, let's do this.
Don't forget our 3,200 sub milestone giveaway. When we get to 3,200 subs, we're going to be picking a random subscriber / commenter out of our many subscribers / commenters to get a free game console of their choice, barring any weird special editions like the Denmark Black edition of Xbox 360 or something like that. Something we can buy, any console that we can either buy on eBay or Amazon, we're going to be sending one lucky person, and as of right now, 16 more videos till our big boxing giveaway. So,
Nice.
16 more videos. So get down there, comment, and subscribe to be part of both of those amazing things.
Yes, absolutely. And I know we don't have a slide for it, but make sure you get your Flash t-shirt gear.
Oh my gosh, I actually have a slide for that, and I forgot to load it.
You forgot to put it in, and go to mixtees.com. We have all kinds of Flash shirts for you there to look at.
Yeah.
And 30% off by using-
mixtees.com/theflash for all kinds of Flash gear.
Right. And use coupon code Shane or Brian for 30% off at the register.
That's right.
Support the show.
Yeah. I mean, use coupon code Brian for 30% off, and use coupon code Shane for 25% off.
That's not true at all. Coupon code Shane for 30% off plus good karma because of what he just said.
Oh, okay. Listen, let's talk about The Flash, guys. Overall opinion of this episode. I don't want to just start with a downer here, but I thought at one point, I actually thought about 3/4 through, wow, this feels like a filler episode. Even though it's further in the story and some things happen that were important, it still felt like a filler episode. It just felt like nothing important was happening the whole time.
Yeah, I got this weird, thinker mechanic backstory that kind of helps create their motivations. Was weird to get so close to the finale.
Yeah, I feel like we should have gotten this a long time ago.
A long time ago, or at least pieces of it as we move forward. We kind of got a whole show just kind of shoved down our throat.
And look, they copied us, Shane. They did that thing that whenever it happened beforehand, they make it black and white.
Nice.
That's our thing, okay? Don't copy our thing. I'm kidding. That's actually a very common...
I was going to say, I didn't know we did that, but yeah.
We do that at the beginning of the show. It always has us in black and white, doing a caveat clip, you know?
That's cool. That's cool. You do watch the show.
You do watch the show. No, that's actually a very common thing people do in film and TV to make sure the audience knows that we're seeing something that happened a long time ago.
Which makes sense because a long time ago, all we had was black and white TVs. I get it.
Yeah, this was 8 years ago, so there was plenty of color TV.
Right, but we think of the past as being in black and white. Well, actually, not we all. I'm pretty sure this generation didn't even know there was black and white television.
They think of the past as being not 3D.
They think of the past as not having 56 channels with all cartoons on it.
Yeah, the past is for them mechanical buttons.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyways, listen, guys. The way it started was exactly how Shane said. It was a weird flashback thing where they explained that they were doing this panel thing, and she said technology is going to make the world better, and DeVoe disagreed and said technology is making the world worse because people are stupid or they're getting too smart, etc., etc. And apparently that disagreement is actually what sort of got them into the dating mode. Fast forwarding to the future, you see the mechanic very timidly standing behind the thinker as he examines the plans for his new enlightenment device. That's about it. That's really all that happens here. She's sort of...
It's pretty boring.
Yeah. A breach opens behind Cisco when he's in his lab, and one of those weird 3D devices... So I understand, like, this is a cool idea, but I feel like they spent a lot of money on this scene when they could have just had Gypsy come through the portal and talk to him.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, I think they really wanted to hear Cisco's inner voice though when she was passing the message. So that's probably why they couldn't do it. Now, what about the one where it's just maybe could have been a video message, maybe not this 3D thing? That would have been cheaper.
And that's how they communicate, I guess, on Earth too. They send these boxes.
Right.
It's a whole other. It's a very cultural thing. You send like physical boxes through the mail with messages. Like, do they not have email?
Or a telephone?
Or a telephone? Yeah.
What did he say here at the end of this? He said, "Don't say if you want. Don't say if you like," or something like that. Yeah. Don't say if you like. Yeah.
I guess she was telling him that her dad's pressuring her about the job, and he clearly doesn't really want to take the job, but he's torn because he wants to be with Gypsy, but he doesn't want to live on Earth 2 because Earth 2 sucks.
Right.
Or it's not even Earth 2. Where are they from? Like some other Earth, right?
There's no coffee there, so forget about it.
It's not Earth 2. It's some other Earth. I forgot what Earth it was. Let's say Earth 3, maybe. I don't know. But
I'm not living on any Earth.
There's no coffee, and everything's like darker and has a lot less contrast, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
When we went to that universe, I'm thinking the whole time, like, why don't they turn less saturation? Why don't they turn the lights up in this joint? Like, why is everything so dark? And
brightness up, please.
There's no saturation. It's like they've taken like 50% of the saturation out of the frame, and there's no coffee. It just seems like every day on her Earth is like a day in Seattle, Washington.
Where Starbucks was born, so I don't know.
Without coffee, it's just like a bummer and overcast, and everybody's like sort of like too busy to talk, and everything's a little dark and sort of sad, but there's no coffee.
You literally, based on what you just said right there, 3 people from the Pacific Northwest just committed suicide. Congratulations.
Hey, it's not my fault. Seattle sucks. I've only
apologize to anybody here watching from Seattle, by the way.
Well, the crazy part is I've been there twice, never when I actually wanted to be there, because my favorite online game has their big tournament there every year, and so I want to go to Seattle for that. Specifically, especially this year. But I've been there for business a couple of times, and every time it was like permanent overcast rain. If it wasn't raining, it was permanently overcast. It just makes you, after like 2 days, you just want to kill yourself. It just sucks.
Yeah. I've actually never been there, so I'll have to hold judgment.
Well, I plan to go there for the international, hopefully soon. Okay. Anyways, enough about Seattle. Let's go back to the Flash.
Or Portland. I mean, just kidding.
Portland's also overcast and rainy, right? Yeah, yeah. My biological mom's in Portland. Okay, so this scene we have Harry trying to help Caitlin get her frost mojo back, and he's gonna have Vibe hit her with a blast. What is this? Her name again? Danny or Danica or?
Oh, Danielle
Panabaker. Panabaker. That's right.
Panabaker.
I love Danielle Panabaker. She's so pretty. Harrison is having a hard time. He's trying to help, but he's actually losing his intelligence, but he hasn't told the team yet.
Right. They don't know. Right.
So Vibes hits her with the blast, and he's like, do it again, this time full power. And Barry's like, whoa, dude.
Slow your roll, man.
We're not trying to kill her. What's wrong with you? And that's when he starts to show that he's forgetting things, and he admits to the team that he's having some issues with his brain, and the dark matter is making him stupid. How do you feel about this, Shane? Especially knowing that next episode is literally called Henry and the Harrisons.
Well, this is an inevitable course that they have to go down because this is where the writers have sent us. I'm not sure what the motivation is, other than we do learn that he basically has figured out that the Thinker wants to make everybody stupid. I think is the Thinker's goal. He wants to lower everybody's brain power somehow. We get to that conclusion. Right. Basically, with the help of Cecile, he discovers that what the Thinker's plan is, right? And the Thinker's trying to do to everybody what's happening to him. And so that's the connection. The connection between his affliction and the actual story is that if they learn how to fix him, they can learn how to reverse what the Thinker does, basically. Okay, and I like that we now know the Thinker's motivation. I mean, it's sad that it's 3 episodes before the finale that we finally figure out what his purpose is. And if we had just gotten his backstory sooner, or pieces of his backstory, we would have understood how he felt about the world and kind of where he was going. So I'm glad we finally got it. I feel like it's a little late in coming, but it helps make more sense. Yeah. Well, we get to see the Thinker use his skills. He uses the Kilgore abilities on the lock, and then he uses Digme's key abilities to open the lock and get in there and get what appears to be gallium solar panels. Now, this part tripped me up, bro, because I know what gallium is. Oh, okay. Explain to us. Okay. Actually, if you're a science nerd and you watch Bill Nye the Science Guy, then you might know what this is. Gallium is a metal that has an extremely low melting point, which means that roughly a couple degrees above the average body temperature can melt gallium. Okay. Right. So you can hold gallium in your hand, rub your hands together, and get your hands to a couple of degrees above, like, say, 99 degrees, and gallium will start to melt in your hand. And magicians have been using this trick for years. You ever see the disappearing spoon when they're stirring their tea and all of a sudden the spoon's gone? Okay. Right? That's because the tea is hot and it literally melts the spoon, right, into the tea. Or the trick where they bend the spoon with their brains by causing a little bit of friction on the neck, and then when they look at it, the weight of the spoon head will start to bend itself. That's because the friction is made of gallium. Because it's made out of gallium. These are gallium casted spoons. You can actually buy them on Amazon. Okay. Gallium was also Bill Nye the Science Guy. When I was a kid, he used to show us about the properties of gallium. So the thing is, gallium, I think, was the wrong element for them to use in this case, because they're going to be sending this thing into the atmosphere. Right? Well, the atmosphere, as long as it's not higher than 98 degrees.
I mean, isn't just the entry into the atmosphere is higher than that, right? I mean,
the reentry, I guess it would heat up.
Reentry. I guess. I guess sending it into space would that not be as hot as it returning from space?
No, sending it into space will actually freeze it.
Okay.
So it'll make it super cold. The higher you go up, the colder it is in the atmosphere.
So maybe that's the ticket. I don't know. I just feel like they should have maybe used a different element. Like there's so many other elements you could have used, you know. Other than like the famous joke element, like gallium is almost useless for everything else, but making kids and adults squeal and wonder as the spoon melts.
All right, and now we know that magic trick. I actually never knew that. This is totally new, and I learned something today.
Oh, sorry guys. I hope I didn't just ruin your childhood. Anyways, apparently
you sounded like Cold. You sounded like Mr. Cold there.
Oh wow! I sound like I can't do the voice naturally. I do it by accident.
Wow! Sorry, everyone. I hope I didn't destroy your childhood.
Barry, hello, Barry. All right. So these solar panels have like 400% output, which is quite good because. You know, standard solar panels, the reason why everything around you isn't using solar panel, guys, is because solar panels output is like 9%. I'm not joking, okay?
It's pretty weak.
Solar panels actually are very inefficient. When when the sunlight hits the solar panel and heats up, you know, the solar panel and the chemical reaction that happens and all the things that happen that creates electricity, you're only getting around 9% of that electricity from the sun. So the rest of that sun energy is being reflected or absorbed via heat sinks, and you're only getting about 9%. That's why it's not very cost effective for the whole world to switch to solar panels, because the cost of maintaining the solar panels and cooling them down and all the things you have to do is actually sometimes greater than the actual energy you get. Solar energy costs more than water or coal or wind, you know, as far as to maintain and to actually produce. So 400% is crazy. Wow, that's an insane amount of energy output compared to standard solar panels, which only boasts around 9%.
Well, so I hope you probably got all your facts straight on that. I don't know a lot about solar panels. I had somebody try to come put some in my house, and I didn't like the fact that they said that they wouldn't be responsible if your power levels decreased by 15% per year. So I just figured I would still be paying for solar panels, and then I'd still have to pay my electric company for a bunch of extra power eventually anyway. So that's why I didn't do it. But these solar panels, if it's over 98 degrees, you couldn't have them on a house where the temperature got over 98 degrees, wouldn't they just melt?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why gallium was the wrong element to use.
I see. It's solar panels if it's in a cool place, I guess. Yeah,
but like even then, solar panels, like, they're hot. Solar panels are hot. Like, they're black and they're made to absorb sun rays.
Makes sense.
Gallium is the wrong element to use, as the writers of the show should probably know. Like a quick Google search, really.
Okay, well, that's interesting. If anybody thinks different, let us know below.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Listen, guys, my facts could be wrong. I know a lot about this stuff because solar panels fascinate me. Here's the deal. My information could be dated. Maybe we're getting closer to 15% or 18%. I don't know. The last time I looked up information on solar panels was a couple years ago, and we were at 9%. We could have made advances since then. So if that's the case, then let me know below. I would like to know. Either way, gallium was the wrong element to use because solar panels get to like 200 plus degrees.
Regardless. Yeah.
Like, you're shooting hot light at a solar panel in order to get energy out of it. It's like, let's make solar panels out of ice. You know? It's like the same thing almost. It's silly, dude. Let's make the solar anodes out of toast.
That would be better than ice.
Yeah, I mean, either way, though, it's like it has a melting point at roughly our body temperature. So
So you could lay on him and melt. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, like, even when he's like handling it to make the satellite, like he's gonna have to worry about like his hands melting the metal.
Yeah, that's not cool.
All right, security guard comes in. Apparently, the security guard has not only he's newlywed and has an infant at home, which makes it even worse. He's just trying to do his job, and the thinker decides to murder him by making him shoot himself in the head. The mechanic does say, try to stop him. She's trying to be a good person. It looks like the mechanic is a misguided person with a high level of morality.
Yeah, I think she is blinded by love.
Right. And at the end of this episode, we realize that she realizes that she is no longer with the person she originally loved. And it's a different person altogether.
Yeah.
So Joe calls in the team. I gotta ask. What does Iris and Barry have to do with the CCPD? Especially now that they are no longer a part of said CCPD.
That is a great question. Convenience of situation.
So
good story writing.
Yeah. I mean, why not just give him like a consulting gig? Like just like a quick line where like Barry's consulting for the CCPD now.
Yeah, because the people won't have it. Barry's evil, and he killed that guy and all.
It's just so silly.
It is.
Joe decides that this smells like meta to him, and so he calls him in. And Barry instantly goes, "Oh yeah, Kilgore's eye, Digme's key thing. This is the thinker all the way." Like, okay. The city isn't plagued with metas that have crazy abilities. Let's just go straight to thinker.
Yeah.
There's zero connection to the thinker at this point. None, zero. Shane, zero connection.
Right.
But they instantly know that this was the thinker.
Interesting how they came to that observation.
Right. Because I guess someone can pick a lock. I'm pretty sure Captain Cold with no meta powers could have stole those gallium solar panels.
He could have breathed his hot breath on him and they just melted into his hands. He put it in his pocket and walked out.
He probably could have actually stole them. He could have frozen them so they didn't melt. Anyways, anybody could have stole the panels, but apparently they instantly know it's DeVoe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little on the fast rewind to the past. For some reason, there's no black and white.
They did a good job of making this guy look young and making him look old. I will give him that.
Yeah, now we're in the 70s. So they've killed the saturation. They boosted up the red. The warming filter has been applied to this shot. I think what they did was they took the white balance and they just moved it all the way to the right.
Yeah, they put 10% sepia just to keep that 70s look going for you.
And I mean, how old is the mechanic? Because she does not look like she's 90. And we were going. First it was black and white 8 years ago, and then I guess now we're in the 70s.
The black and white must have been maybe the 90s, right? And then the sepia tone has got to be the 2000s.
I mean, it said 8 years ago. They should have just.
Oh, right, it did.
They should have just stuck to the black and white thing, or not done it altogether, because this is implying that we're moving through time here for flashbacks, that we're showing in different stages of their relationship. Why is this not black and white? Because now it's implying that this is 10 years later. They're together now.
It was 8 years, right?
Right. This was 8 years. Yeah.
So, they got to be careful. I understand why their marriage isn't working. That whole 7-year itch thing's starting to come. That's what it is.
I've been married 15 years. And so far, only my wife's gotten the itch. I'm just over here confused. What? Aren't we on itch 3 now? I'm okay, right?
Take the trash out. Nice.
Yeah. So they're falling in love here. And you know what, bro? You're right, Shane. They did make him look a lot younger in this. Except
right?
This is supposed to be 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
6 to 8 years ago, right? Why is he so young looking? I don't understand.
I don't know.
This is 8 years ago. This is not 30 years ago, guys. And the whole black and white, you're just confusing the audience. We're all like, where's the timeline now? I don't know. I don't get it. And he does look way younger, dude.
Yeah, makeup department is tired of not getting their due. They're like, oh, no. We're going to get our due.
That's a good point. They made him look really young when he really shouldn't look that young.
Not really. I mean, he should look maybe like 40, 45-ish.
And there's a scene coming up where they're like unpacking stuff in a house. And I swear to God, it looks like it's like this, the 70s or 80s. And like everything, all the decor, everything looks like it could have been straight out of the 80s. Like the filters on the camera, the color choices, everything looks like it was straight out of the 80s. Yet we know it was like 6 to 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was. There's like a DeLorean in the background and like alien posters and stuff. Yeah,
yeah. They got a picture of Steve Jobs doing coke,
and a naked Bill Gates on the bed.
Yep. Okay, that was weird. I just got a crazy image of naked Bill Gates.
Yeah, with his glasses on still.
Oh no, you made it worse. No, now it's in my brain. Get out of my brain.
Brought to you by Microsoft Surface Pro.
Surface Pro TM.
GM.
Notice the disturbing lack of Surface Pros in this episode.
Yeah, they're not back in the Flash.
They're no
anymore.
longer sponsoring the Flash. So Vibe, Cisco says, "Hey man, I could probably vibe this dude if I had Gypsy's help, but I can't do it alone because, DeVoe has this black magic that hurts me when I try to vibe him." I've never understood the whole weird vibe thing.
I don't get it either.
Anyways, he gets Gypsy to help him. It's a bummer that we've sort of seen the end of Gypsy's character, it seems, because I was starting to like her this episode. Finally, I was like, she's not bad. She's a pretty good character. When she was first introduced, she seemed super OP. Like she was stopping the Flash in his tracks and stuff. Yeah. Now she seems very like a reasonable power level to Cisco.
Yeah, I agree. They complement each other well.
Yeah. Anyways, so they both vibe that thing together. They realize that it's somewhere at the docks. So they go there and they're too late. They're too late.
He's already thought that they're going to be there.
Yeah.
He's already figured it out.
He's already figured out that they were going to vibe him, that Gypsy was going to help him. They figured out that he knows that Cisco went pee that morning and he had like a little UTI going on. Yeah.
Listen, he's already had 15 of those little drinks with the umbrella inside, the little tropical umbrella. Yeah. And look, he's holding one right there.
He's actually been sitting there waiting to stand up and say, "Almost got me, Team Flash." He's been
right,
there for 20 minutes.
He actually looked at his watch several times and said, "Come on, dang it.
Come on." Anyways, they show up. He opens it was so weird. Like the Flash ran after him and he opens a portal and sends the Flash to like Alaska or something, right?
Northern Lights for sure.
Yeah, so the Aurora Borealis.
Nice.
Whatever it's called. And how did he okay. So remember that episode Enter Flash Time? How Cisco couldn't make a portal because it takes a couple seconds or whatever for the portal to open. We really need to know how fast the Flash is because
we can't do this. Please don't go here. I knew you were going to say that exact same thing you're saying.
It takes a few microseconds or whatever to open this thing, and like the Flash existed so fast for so long in Flash Time where they couldn't even open a breach, and this guy opens a breach and tricks the Flash into running through.
I'm willing to accept the fact that perhaps it was a barrier that he had in place. Like a constant breached barrier, maybe that was invisible. I'll accept that because anything else would be illogical and wouldn't make sense.
Wouldn't make sense that that the Flash falls into.
He shouldn't be able to put a barrier up faster than the Flash could get to him. And that's the first thing I thought is he's holding a little yellow umbrella. Go get him. So,
okay. Well, the Flash does get trapped in Alaska. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And another thing too is like, can Cisco just go get him? But anyways, I mean, like, there's two people there with breach powers. I feel like they can just go get the Flash back real quick. But, I mean, I'll suspend disbelief for that one.
Yeah, they were just too busy losing to the Thinker as well.
Yeah, so they both blast him at the same time, and he just makes quick work of them and then just leaves. And the Flash does come back as they're having a conversation about the job. I guess he ran, he was able to run from Alaska back to whatever the hell Central City is in the United States. We don't even know where that is, by the way. We don't really understand. I'm pretty sure it's Chicago. I don't even know.
It's Portland.
Is it Portland?
I think it's like Portland, Oregon.
So that would make Star City like Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Or no, Coast City is like Los Angeles.
Okay.
So this would be like Portland, and Star City would be like
Seattle?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know either.
Anyways, he ran back from Alaska to wherever the hell Central City is.
The northern hemisphere.
Right. In the amount of time it took them to have, a 3-sentence conversation, but he definitely just fell into that breach really quick. And he's like, what job? Hey, guys, what job? Anyways, let's rewind again. Now, you see, look at, I'm telling you, this is like the 70s, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's all in the family's chair there behind her.
And she finds DeVoe's crazy journal.
Mm.
And she's like, what do you mean? You are going to... I'm not doing it right. I'm sorry. But she basically starts yelling at him because he essentially...
She's not German, though. She's British, I think.
Whatever it is. Yeah, I know. I was doing like a weird, like...
Russian
accent. I was doing the only accent I could do is a Russian accent. Every other accent I'm not very good at. Anyways, so she picks up the journal and she's reading it, and when he gets home, back to his very 70s-esque apartment there, I'm pretty sure it's a CRTV in the background. I'm just saying.
Okay, gotcha.
And she's like,
Commodore 64 in the corner.
He's a Commodore 64. She's like, you want to lobotomize half? All the population? You think making them dumber will save them? And she realizes that he's a madman. And
crazy.
She leaves him in this moment. Okay, well, next up, we got Harry and Cecile in Star Labs. And they make an interesting discovery that apparently... Sus DA Cecile, as Harry refers to her as, she can complete his thoughts. So with her help, he can be smart again, I guess, temporarily.
Okay. Like that idea. Yeah, it was kind of a way to solve the whole Harry equation, and nice little connection by the writers.
Yeah, maybe a way to get her involved.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't had, I don't know why I'm yawning right now, but she hasn't had much to do this whole season, right?
No, they gave her like a superpower, and then she disappeared.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up we got Gypsy putting away shots of espresso like it's whiskey.
I would too if I didn't have coffee on my planet.
Yeah. No, I do. I actually do that exact same thing every morning. Yeah.
Now. Yeah, and we have coffee.
And we have coffee, yeah.
Right.
Barry comes and goes, hey, listen, and he explains to her that Cisco, loves her, but doesn't want to, let down the team. That's why he hasn't taken the job yet. Something like that.
Way to get involved, Flash.
And then he's in a hurry or something, to repair the relationship. And then he grabs her and whispers her away. And she's like, no.
Yeah, he basically just forced that woman to go where he wanted her to go.
I'm telling you, man, they have depowered Gypsy. She was way stronger before. Maybe she's allowing these.
The ramifications of him taking her against her will. Because he can. Right? Am I right?
Well, uh-oh. Here we go. Boycott the Flash. No, and what I'm saying is...
# me too, Flash.
When they first introduced her, she can she can put him down like really easily. Right. Remember?
Yeah, she used to be cool, but now she's like weak.
Yeah, now she's just like going with the flow. Anyways, back at Star Labs, they try to vibe and it doesn't go well. They both get thrown across the room or something. And then that's when Harry and Cecile come, sort of discover right then that she can literally help him solve his own mental problem. And I guess I already touched on that. But basically, while he's talking, she's writing down, I guess, the equations or the notes or something. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, it looks like it. So.
Look what that says in the background. It says transmission on the Magnus.
Okay.
Magnus. Is that magnets? No, that's Magnus.
Magnus.
All right, we got what? Like I know what I think a Magnus is different than what I think a Magnus is. Let's find out.
Here, let's see if I can find out first.
Oh, it means great. So transmission on the great. So Magnus is Greek. It's Latin for great. I don't know.
Okay. It's Latin for greats. Is that what you said?
Yeah. It's also Magnus is also a character in a couple video games. I don't know, man. I think this means great. Transmission on the great. MCSC. Anyways, that board is just a bunch of nonsense.
I'm like, what?
That's clear. Yeah.
It means absolutely nothing. There is a Magnus transmission, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like literally, Magnus Motorsport has a Magnus transmission. So this could be like some sort of Easter egg, like internal joke.
Yeah.
For the people who
or maybe they're trying to say great, but like great would not be cool as Magnus.
Right.
Anyways, just a bunch of nonsense. And I'm pretty sure like there's a greater than and equals. I don't know. These aren't real equations.
That's fun.
Yeah. Next up, we got another flashback. That's why the white balance has been turned all the way to the right. We're definitely it's definitely red. They've removed some of the color.
Nice.
Apparently, she was working on a water filter for some like village somewhere. I'm assuming it's in another country, maybe Africa or Haiti or something like that.
He's creating clean water.
I'm getting tired.
What trips me out about this is that the Army's been making dirty water clean for years and years and years. I mean, literally. Decades.
Yeah, there's a whole. When I was in the Army, there was a whole department of people dedicated to cleaning dirty water. They're called water boys.
Yeah, if you look at the Pauly Shore movie that he wrote back in the Army now, he was a water purifier.
Oh yeah. When I was in the Army, that was an actual job, and we referred to them as the water boys. Yeah. Like their entire job is to purify water. Like they have equipment, a whole entire MOS dedicated to the purification of water.
So I don't know why she's so excited about basically figuring out how to purify water for the people locally, but
maybe she was trying to make like a lightweight version of it that you can just pour it in and
maybe
they didn't have good drinking water, but apparently the Army didn't like that, and so they murdered everybody. I don't get it. I'm sorry I'm yawning right now. I'm actually getting really tired. But I have a question. Do you think that Clifford DeVoe had something to do with, maybe calling on the... probably not.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he was at that level yet. But I think just situationally, she's excited. And now all of a sudden she's going to share his terrible view of the world after this incident.
Yeah. He's like, come home. I need you. I'm nothing without you.
I'm nothing without you.
You're right, Clifford. You're nothing without me. Okay. Fast. Now we know we're in the present because the white balance has been corrected. And they're there at the server. That's some kind of server company. They're getting some supercomputers. and they get the drop on him, and
Totally.
the Flash is actually able to hit him with some like Speed Force energy. I'm not sure. Once again, like, so he speeds up to get the energy to throw a lightning bolt, right?
Right.
So like the whole time, like Clifford DeVoe just like watching him run, like,
and then takes it.
Yeah, why did the Flash bother with the whole lightning bolt thing? Why not just cuff the dude?
I don't know. I guess because it's not as interesting or exciting. I mean, I guess we always say stuff like this, but the reality is, I guess if you're making a TV show, in order to make it interesting, I mean, or every time the Flash would just win immediately. So I guess
isn't that sort of why we watch this, to watch him be challenged by things he couldn't win at? So maybe you should make it so that he couldn't easily win.
Yeah, he should be able to create some sort of a anti-speedster thing or something. I don't know.
And like they seem to be trying to stay as far away from this guy as possible, you know, and like attack him from a distance. But I feel like he has I don't know. I think the Flash obviously made some mistakes here. DeVoe gets the drop on him. He throws some kind of like, what was that power he had where he's like, whoa, and like they all were.
The one right now, the Sonic. It was a Sonic.
That was a Sonic thing.
Yeah, because she calls it out, which I'm surprised that she could understand exactly what that was. You know, I didn't know how, because she basically says, "Look out, Caitlin! He's doing a Sonic explosion or something."
Yeah, Caitlin looked pretty badass here, though, right? Coming in through. I'm not even sure how she got there so quick. Like, she didn't vibe with them. She doesn't have super speed. But yeah, she just walks in through the side door with a cold gun. Like, I have to get her back.
I love how she's like, all she cares about is getting her back. Like, she's on her own mission at this point right now. You know, not even. Yeah. It's not about saving anybody. It's about getting her back. Iris, though, I want to know how Iris knew that he was creating a Sonic explosion. And I'm not sure why. What would the point? What the point is of even having Iris warn them about something that they ended up getting them anyways? What's the point of writing that into a show? Guys, look out! He's about to do a Sonic. He did.
Yeah, I suppose you could just like not cut to her, right?
Yeah. Why even go to her? Just have it happen. Like, what's the point of having her try to warn them?
Yeah, you know, when she was like, "Wake up, Cisco, wake up," I thought, okay, well, they're obviously using her to get Cisco information so he can act, but he doesn't even wake up in time. Really, her entire role in this was at best distracting.
They're trying to give her a role, like as the lead, like to direct the team in battle, I guess. She's like an operator, but the problem is that, you know, I mean, I guess maybe that's what they're showing, that she's just a part of the team, even though she's completely ineffective.
Right.
Maybe that's.
Oh, Caitlin's ice blast is ineffective, as you said, because he does a Sonic blast or whatever. And then he grabs Gypsy and he says something really important. He says,
okay.
I would like to grab your best friend over here, the Flash, assuming that Caitlin refers to Barry as her best friend. But also, he says, but the Flash still plays a pivotal role in the awakening or whatever, the enlightenment.
You know, we didn't talk about the bitch slapping of Cisco. We missed that little thing there where basically Cisco is holding the mechanic down, and then she, I guess, essentially kicks him while he's holding her, while he's got her submissive, and then he's like this. Ah! Did you hear that part when he did that? When
he did sort of go down. Yeah.
He's like ah.
Yeah.
And then she like kicked the crap out of him really quick.
The mechanic is such a badass, just like defeating metas left and right with nothing but her aerobics. Oh my god, she's amazing.
I don't
You
know.
know what? She should join Team Arrow over on the Arrow show.
The Arrowverse.
Yeah, she could be part of another team of people that don't have powers that somehow kick massive rear end with nothing but their hands and feet and swords.
Yeah, the calisthenic masters.
The calisthenic masters.
Yeah,
no
something like
weapons required. No guns required.
That was the most ridiculous.
Sorry. No, they use bow and arrows. They use, yeah. I mean, like she just like manhandled Cisco, and because of her manhandling of Cisco, it actually distracted Gypsy, and which is why Gypsy's in the place she is right now.
Yeah, they lost because Cisco basically got beat up by the mechanic when he had the mechanic subdued.
It makes no sense. I'm sorry. You know why I'm getting tired? I'm tired of doing this show.
Tired of these dumb storylines.
Yeah, that's totally true. I didn't even get that part. She totally just like put him on the ground, no questions asked, and he's like out cold. Like what?
Yeah, and it was like this. Let me give it to you one more time. It was terrible. As a man, you never want that sound to come out of your mouth, especially on a.
So he won't hurt the Flash for some reason. I don't really understand his thinking behind that, but he's going to kill Gypsy in front of Caitlin for seemingly no reason, because like I guess it won't activate her thing because she doesn't care for Gypsy the way she cares for the Flash. So he's just gonna kill her for like just to like show that he's awesome, or something. I don't know.
He's evil.
Yeah. Okay. And this is when the mechanic is like, "Don't do it, Clifford. No, Clifford. This is not what we're here for, Clifford. Let her go, Clifford. Let her go."
That's twice this episode she's had to do that.
Yeah, well, it didn't work the first time. You know why it didn't work the first time? I know why.
The dude was stupid. He tried to get him anyways.
No, because that guy doesn't have that special power that Gypsy has. It's called the Rider's Shield.
He doesn't have the Rider's Shield.
He doesn't have the Rider's Force Field.
No, he's got the Rider's. Basically, he shows that he can control the guy and make him almost shoot himself in the head, right? Then when he releases the guy's going to now try to stop him. It's like, if I was that guy, I would just get on my hands and knees and curl up and do a little ball.
Yeah.
Because you have no power. You're going to do nothing.
He's getting paid like, what, $10 an hour? Like, come on, man. Let's walk away. This guy is clearly way too powerful for you to mess with.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad that he was jacked at all.
Another thing, too, is like, this is a town full of metas. If I was a security guard, first of all, I'd be demanding a lot more pay. Number one.
or I'd move immediately.
Or I would just move. And if some meta showed up and like was gonna rob the place, I'd be like, yeah, do your thing, man. I'm just a regular human with a gun. I'm not even gonna try to stop you. I'm here for the regular criminals. You go ahead and do whatever you want. In fact, if you want me to get naked, I'll do that too. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't ask you to.
And you want me to wear a bow and some knee highs? Gotcha. No. I'm on it.
I didn't ask you to do that.
What I'm saying is, like, just do whatever they want, because it's either that or they're going to murder you. You have no choice. They're metas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, either be getting paid a whole lot more or just or leave town, because this is a messed up city, man. That one scene from like several episodes ago where she builds this like massive meta-proof building. And then it just did the best scene out of this entire season. And then it just shrinks, and she's like, "Oh, I hate Central City so much.
Yeah. I hate this town so much.
I hate this city. There's billions of dollars on this meta-proof building, and it just shrinks.
And it shrinks down to pocket size.
She's like, I hate this city so much. Maybe you shouldn't build your building there."
Number one scene of all shows this season.
Yeah, that was so good, man. So the mechanic does get through to Clifford, but I think for selfish reasons, because he still needs her for something or whatever, and she's like giving him an ultimatum. So and they leave, and Gypsy's okay. And this is the part where Cecile and Harry decide to share with the team what they've discovered about these devices, they've discovered. I'm pretty sure, by the way, this is a sort of a leap, but I'm gonna let it go for TV science.
You have to.
I have to because of all the other stuff. If I didn't let this go, I would just go crazy. I don't have a choice. But either way, they discovered that this group of satellites that he's going to put in orbit is going to direct dark energy down on the planet and do to everybody what the dark matter is currently doing to Harry's brain. Dum dum dum. Now, setting up a reason for Harry to lose his intelligence, for Cecile's mental abilities that she got episodes ago, and giving him even better reason to solve Harry's problem.
Yeah, I feel strongly that this is a last-minute story arc that was thrown in by the writers
To try to tie things together.
It feels false to me. It doesn't like the motivation of the thinker to make everybody else stupid seems weird.
So let's talk about that for a second. Like what would that, how would that save the planet? Like they can't use tech anymore? Because he's like an anti-tech guy, right?
Apparently, unless it's he's wielding it, apparently it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think essentially what is going on with that guy is, he wants to put everybody back in the Dark Ages. That doesn't make any sense either. So it's kind of a weird false motivation. I like the idea of him like maybe wanting to dominate the universe or whatever. Maybe that's a villain motivation, but you don't need to make everybody else dumb in order to do that. You're already smarter than everybody else.
My question though is like, how? Okay, so the Enlightenment, shouldn't he be trying to make everybody smarter if he wants them to be enlightened?
No, I guess he just wants himself to be enlightened.
But that doesn't make any sense. Like, how is him doing that going to defer people from doing what happened to the mechanic in that village? Like, the reason those warlords or whatever, the reason they attack them is not because they're so smart that they want the technology. It's because they're not smart. It's because they're dumb. They don't understand. They don't understand what they're trying to get something out of it instead of working with the scientists to make their situation better. They're trying to get some kind of short-term benefit, which is what stupid people do. That's why criminals exist. They're stupid.
Well, dumbing down everybody, all that's going to do is make them more warlike, more selfish. The dumber people are, the less empathetic they can be. So, yeah, it seems like his motivation is kind of wrong.
It's backwards.
It's backwards.
And as the smartest person on the planet right now, you would think that he would realize that, hey, you know what? Making everybody too dumb to use a smartphone is a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, think about it. This entire show, we've been waiting for this kind of grandiose, what's his plan? What's going to happen? Why is he doing this? And, you're like kind of anticipating, and this is just kind of a big letdown.
You know what? It would have made more sense, Shane, if it was like, and he even alluded to the fact that, to make an omelet, you got to crack some eggs. Like not everybody's going to, you got some sacrifices have to be made for the Enlightenment. What if it was more like, he's building these things, and they're all giant thinker caps. Basically, he's gonna direct them at the whole world and turn the whole world, make them all smarter. But the cost will be a portion of these people, a good portion of them, won't be able to take it, and they'll die. And that will be the sacrifice to make the remaining people smart enough to be enlightened. That would have made way more sense.
I like that, and make sure he says something to the effect of, but not as smart as me or something, because I think a lot of this is about his own ego as well. He's definitely not doing anything for the betterment of mankind. But
it would have made more sense, and he's not going to do it anyways. and they could have just said that, and it could have been the same graphics, the same setup, the same everything.
Yeah, everything could have been the same. Something that made more sense. This just doesn't make sense. I know it ties in. That's why I think it ties in with Harry's story arc, and I think that's why they've made this decision.
It would still tie in a little bit, though, because Harry overloaded the thing that was making him smarter, and that's why he's getting dumber, which would be probably the reason why some of the people would probably die. I mean, you could still tie it in.
I guess you could. I don't know why they did it. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't think that they're getting a lot of opinions. I think they're sitting in a room with a few people and saying, yeah, do it. Sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds great. Woohoo, yeah.
Well, more people tune in.
Hey, what do you think, Chris? What show is this again? Oh, this is Arrow, right? Oh, no, it's The Flash? Cool, yeah, whatever, man. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Hey, are these smoothies free? Yeah. All right.
Hey, is my job on the line? Yeah, whatever you think then.
Yeah. We're writing for Supergirl, right? Oh no, it's The Flash? Oh, snaps. Okay. Yeah, I guess just use the same script and just make it like, like he instead of she. Yeah, that works. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know we beat up on the writers a lot, but they deserve it.
No, they do. The writing sucks this season. I'm sorry, it sucks. It sucks huge. All right, we go to Cisco. Cisco goes to Earth, whatever. Let's say Earth 3 or 2 or 14. I don't know. I forgot. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Some Earth, some other Earth that Gypsy lives in. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think it's Earth 2 because why would? Because remember, like Jesse Quick needs to be on Earth 2, and then there's the other Earth that Jay Garrick's at, and they said that these Earths need a Flash, and that's where they go. But like obviously, whatever Earth Gypsy's from doesn't need a Flash because they have the Accelerated Man. So it's not Earth 2 or 3. I'm not even sure what Earth she's from, to be honest with you.
If you go back to when they first introduced her character, they talk about what Earth she's from. And I want to say it's from like Earth, I think you're right, Earth 22 or Earth 14 or something weird like that.
I don't think there is more than... I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. She's from another Earth.
Oh, there's a lot more. There's infinite Earths. There's infinity, right?
Is there? Because like... because they number them. So if there was infinite Earths, they probably shouldn't be numbering them.
Wait, what's her name again?
And they've Gypsy. And they've removed the number from the Nazi Earth. That's why they call it Earth X. Because it doesn't deserve a number. Because you shouldn't go there or something. Because it's like, what's the Nazis?
She's from Earth 19.
Oh, okay. So she's from Earth 19. And Earth 19, again, it's a lot like Seattle. It's very dark, overcast.
But no Starbucks.
There's no Starbucks, and there's not a lot of not a lot of color. We see this scene when they first port into the CCPD on her Earth. It's actually more of like a breacher police station. That's all about breaching and stuff. Obviously, they're way more advanced. Well, you see, like the Accelerated Man, who I really want to see more of. He zooms past them. You see his lightning. So he works in the police department or the breach department or whatever it's called. And I guess we say goodbye to Gypsy. So you know what's funny is that we probably killed her off. It would have made more weight.
Yeah, but they'll probably bring her back again when they get bored.
I'm sure. And Cisco's a skinny dude. He's walking.
He looks like a kid compared to her, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He looks like a child. She looks like a full-grown woman. All right, and he breaches back to his Earth. Now we go to the pocket dimension in which DeVoe and the mechanic are hanging out in. DeVoe, or the Thinker, has put the mechanic in the chair to heal her arm. This was part of her plan the whole time because she has outthought the Thinker. Bum, bum, bum. And she makes herself a force field, and she like does this whole like thing where she's like, my husband's gone, and the first victim of the Thinker. Apparently, like her husband doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I see.
And she says that line where she's like, "No, Clifford, You're nothing without me. And then she pops out of reality.
Okay.
So I got a question, Shane. All right. I mean,
this season's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. It's forever. We're stuck
oh
here.
My God! It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. You know why you're laughing, because you know when I say I got a question, Shane, that means something's wrong.
Something's wrong again.
Again, the Thinker has predicted the Flash would go to another Earth and get another character, and then a second character would follow them through that breach and disrupt their plans. He predicted all of this, but the person right next to him that he's had control of for several episodes, he did not predict that she would betray him in any way? What?
Brian, this is like a bad SNL sketch, bro. This is like a bad, I mean, I can totally see them, oh
my God, dude. This guy predicts everything, but he fails to predict that his wife is not happy with him.
Typical husband.
Man, I can see when my wife is annoyed the moment she hits that door, man. Like, yeah. She could be saying, "Oh yeah, I love you, honey. Please get some milk." And I can tell, something's wrong with her voice. I'm in trouble.
What did I do?
But somehow, the Thinker has not been able to predict this. And I'm telling you, it is just so bad. It's just such lazy writing.
Well, and now I think there's 2 or 3 episodes left. We're going to have a little breakup and get back together. I mean, what are we doing here?
Nah, she's probably going to help them take down the Thinker. And that's so even worse. Like, let's further cuckold our Team Flash, because they will not be able to take down the Thinker on their own. The Thinker has beaten them at every turn, no matter what. And the Thinker's wife has to help them. So basically, we're following a team of people that are ineffective at everything.
Yeah, got everybody killed, saved no one, and now can't finish their own job.
Oh, man. What is this? Oh, God. Oh, God.
Whatever it is, it needs to stop.
I gotta say, though, my favorite character this season is the mechanic, because consistently, this is the only character that has delivered believable versions of anything.
That's true. I would like to see her go down into Star Labs and stand there with her hands on her thing like this and go, "We are Team Flash." that would about solve everything for me right there, man. Why not? Everybody Flash.
All right, that's it. We're done. See you later, everybody.
4 seasons. That was enough.
All right. Lastly, we got a little end credit scene. In the middle of all of this, they decide they're gonna have a baby shower for Cecile.
Makes total sense. Even somebody's like, sorry about the weird timing of this, and Barry's like, no, great time for a party.
Yeah, it's fine. Great. Yeah. Some dude's about to turn all the entire planet into cavemen. But you know what? Let's have a baby shower. It works.
Why not?
Daniel Panabaker, looking good.
Stop it! Every episode.
I can't help it. Anyways, I liked her better as Killer Frost, by the way. I don't know why. I like chicks that are mean to me.
Did you like bad girls?
So they're having a party, and look who shows up. Coffee shop girl. Delivering a basket of something. I mean, this is not suspicious at all, right? Like some random person from no actual delivery service just handing over a basket for your child. Like, guys, I'm not fighting the Thinker, But if some person showed up at my house, handed me an open package and said, "This is for your kids," I'd be like, "Get out of here! Get out! What the hell is wrong with you? Who are you? Who sent you?"
No, but now he takes it and he's like,
"My children are not going to be using any of this stuff. What's wrong with you?"
On the verge of inviting her in.
Here's an open basket. I'm from a delivery service. Here's an open basket of things. Like, what the? It should have had her like holding a package or something. I don't know. Anyways,
at first, so you see, she's a speedster. So at first, I wanted to say, okay, I think this is Joe and Cecile's kid from the future. But unless the writers and casting and everybody is like really messed up, okay, this girl is obviously more half black than full African American, or she's got some sort of ethnicity going on there. So it's more likely that she's Barry and Iris's kid from the future.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right. So I have two theories. First theory, she's actually Iris and Cisco's kid.
Whoa.
Boom. Yep. Iris has been cheating on Barry the whole time. We're going full-on soap opera. We're going to start phasing out superheroes, and we're just going to be a drama television from here on out. Season 5, no more superheroes, just relationships and psychiatrists. That's obviously not true. Actually, my real theory is it's actually like, I've learned that the writers do two things. They want you to look over here while they play with something in their hand, like, hey, just gotta take that. And they want you to be distracted by something that looks obvious, and then they go to do something. And I always thought that's classic writing, except for our writers on The Flash. They're going like, hey, and they're forgetting what this hand over here is doing. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot about this hand. Oh, snaps.
Well, the hand's not doing anything. Yeah,
right.
They're just like, hey, look at my hand.
We think that because they're good writers, quote unquote, they're trying to mislead us into thinking that she's Joe and Cecile's child, but it's actually, they're not trying to do that. They're really not. They actually don't know what they're trying to do, but
they don't know who she is.
The graphics department is really good, and they know what's going on. And so
the graphics department, who is not writing the show,
is like, they know what's going on. Yeah, and they know how to foreshadow properly, because this is why I got the screenshot. Her lightning is both purple and yellow.
That's true.
And what color lightning was Iris's lightning? Purple. And what color is Flash's lightning? Yellow.
Okay, so that's true. It is pretty obvious. Do you think the writers are sitting around going, guys, who do you think this girl is?
They're on Reddit. They're on Reddit looking up fan theories.
They're looking it up. Who do you think? What do you think they think she is? Yeah, they don't even. Nobody knows. We don't. Who cares? They keep bringing this girl in, and it's kind of almost irritating, because you get about 10 seconds of her, and we haven't had any payoff. We don't know anything more about her now, really, than we knew about her way back then.
They said we're going to know who she is by the end of the last episode.
All right, 3 more episodes.
And she'll be a big part of season 5. Season 5.
Hey, did Kid Flash bring in this basket? Oh, no, he sent us something last week. Whatever. Boo!
Oh, man. Okay. That's it, guys. That's it for the show.
Until we get more views, I'm going to keep crapping on the Flash.
This episode of the podcast has definitely devolved. Oh, man. Okay. That's it, everybody. Okay. Please subscribe to our channel.
That's all I got.
We love subscribers and we love commenters. Please comment below. Have a conversation with us. Do you disagree with our statements about the Flash this episode? I don't know how you could, but if you do, please let us know below. And we'll have
if you do disagree, we're going to know you're one of the writers.
We'll have a conversation. Yeah.
We know who she is. We know. Who is she? Who is she?
Yeah. Let us know below if you disagree. If you agree, let us know. Let's have a conversation in the comments below. And if you have not hit that alert button because YouTube is acting all weird, and our channel is small, and we're nobodies, so you might not ever get our notifications if you don't hit that alert button. Okay,
we're not sure you're going to see this show. Just keep filming them and hoping like somebody sees them.
Nobody's watching right now. Nobody's watching this show.
YouTube's laughing. Everybody's sitting back to YouTube going, they think someone's watching
these guys
show.
making an hour-and-a-half show about a 45-minute episode of television that 13 people watch.
What a waste of their time.
Who's dumb now? The writers of The Flash or us?
That's a great point.
We probably spent more time criticizing the writers of this show than they spent writing this episode.
That's for sure. That's a guarantee.
Oh, man. Well, to all 13 of you that watch this, mahalo. We'll see you next week. I'm sorry we were late on The Flash this week. We watched the episode. We decided it wasn't worth it.
That's not what happened. We were gonna do it,
and I had a problem with I have a day job, and one of my vendors gave us some bad ink, and I was covered head to toe in like this rotten egg smelling bleach ink. All my clothes were
I told him you were covered in paint.
Yeah,
so.
it's like an ink, but it's like paint. And I was just covering in it, and I smelled like rotten eggs for like 6 hours, and it took me a long time to wash it off. It was the whole thing. So I'm sorry, guys.
I forgot to mention the egg smell. I should have said that.
Yeah, it smelled like because it's made with like this activator that smells like sulfur. And sulfur smells like rotten eggs.
Fair enough.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll be back in a few hours.
So we can do Lost in Space next. Episodes 3 and 4.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. We'll get it out of our system.
All right, guys.
Oh, I forgot to mention. No, listen. Westworld. I'm actually caught up.
Yes.
So we're going to be able to do Westworld.
Westworld's on Monday. I have to watch the last 2 episodes.
Oh, it can't be on Monday. Oh, it is on Monday. You're right. We're doing Westworld on Monday.
And then American Idol on Tuesday. All right. Is that correct?
I mean, might as well. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So you're caught up season 1, but you still have to watch the last 2 and now 3 episodes by Saturday or Sunday.
Well, I watched the first episode.
Well, there's 1 more episode plus a 3rd.
Okay. Well, it's freaky what I've seen this so far. And then, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
How do you make me watch this stuff?
We'll see you later.
See you guys next time.